Hello and welcome back to the Faculty Incentive Plan Tool tutorial series for Deans. In this tutorial, you will learn how to revisit the Faculty Incentive Plan Tool link inside of the Atlas portal, access the Faculty Incentive Plan Tool, and review initial faculty member submissions inside of the dashboard of your faculty status page. To get started, log into Atlas at atlas.valenciacollege.edu. Enter your Atlas credentials and click the Login button when you're ready. Once you have successfully logged into Atlas, navigate to the top of your screen and click on the Faculty tab. On the Faculty tab, navigate to the center of your page to the Faculty Development channel and click on the Faculty Incentive Plan link to access the tool. After clicking on the Faculty Incentive Plan link, you will be directed back to your Faculty Incentive Plan Statuses page. On this page, you will find the area underneath the timelines titled Pending Dean Review of Plan, Action Required. This is where your faculty members who have submitted plans for your review will display underneath that region. For today's demonstration, you can see that I have one faculty member that needs a plan review. To review this faculty member's plan, I'm going to click on the blue review hyperlink next to their name. Once I click on the review hyperlink, this will take me to the review plan submission page. On the review plan submission page, you will find resource links up in the header in case you need assistance with the functionality of this tool. Below the header, you will find instructions on how to proceed with different actions on this page. This indicates that a plan has been submitted for your approval and asks you to carefully review the information in each region below. So if there is a HIP component, you will need to approve or decline request resubmission for the entire HIP plan. You cannot approve or decline different parts of the HIP plan. It's all or nothing with the HIP. For the PD plan, you can click on decline or request resubmission for any activity that you are declining. Any other activities that are not declined will be automatically approved upon submission back to the faculty member. Below the instructions prompt, you will see that there is a special note about comments. The general comments section in the high impact practices plan and the professional development plan components is recommended, but it's not required. However, if you decline or request resubmission of a plan or activity, then their comments are required in the declined comment box. Below the special note, you will see plan-specific resources, including a high-impact practices FAQ document, a high-impact practices planning template, and the high-impact practices example. You will also find the same three resources for the professional development plan. Below those resources, you will see the auto-generated faculty member name and the plan that they have submitted. Below that, you will find two regions. One is for the high impact practices plan, and the other is for the professional development plan component. To expand the submission for each of the components, click on the right pointing arrow next to the title of each region. The first region of this plan submission that I'm going to expand is the high impact practices plan region. I'm going to go ahead and click on the right arrow next to high impact practices plan. And this will expand Jenny's plan submission that she entered into the tool. I can see her project overview below, her listed learning outcomes, the appropriate methods, any attachments to support her plan, alignment to high impact practices by selecting one of the 5 options, a description of how her project aligns to the research selected above, and if this plan is a shared project or a solo project. Below that, I have an option to enter any general comments that I have about her plan. Remember, as I mentioned earlier, that the general comments boxes are optional but encouraged. If I start typing in this box, you will see that a character counter shows up under the bottom left corner of the text box, letting you know that you have a maximum of 4,000 characters to enter. If you approve the plan, you do not need to take any action. However, if you decline a portion of the high impact practices plan submitted to you, you will need to click on the Decline Request Resubmission of HIP button located on the bottom left corner underneath the text entry field. Once you click on that button, it will prompt you to enter a decline request resubmission for HIP comment. Remember that any declines require a dean comment. So I will go ahead and indicate which portion of the HIP that I am declining. Okay, now that I've entered my comment, I can either choose to undo the decline in case I made a mistake, or I can continue on with the decline request resubmission of the HIP plan. I'm going to go ahead and continue with that decline by clicking on the bottom right hand side. It will ask me if I'm sure that I want to decline this plan. I'll go ahead and click OK, and then that will take me back to the review plan submission area. I'll expand the high impact practices region, scroll all the way down, and nothing will show up here yet. Next up is the professional development plan. The next region that I'm going to expand is the professional development plan region. To expand this region and review Jenny's submission, I'll go ahead and click on the right pointing arrow next to the title Professional Development Plan. When I expand the region's contents, I can see a summary of Jenny's PD activities in the hours, broken up by category, a number of activities, and the total amount of PD hours. It also indicates whether she's met the minimum requirements for her plan that she's chosen. After initial review of the entry of her hours, I can see the individual activities that she entered and the corresponding hours and where she put those hours in which categories. I can review all of her PD activities here in the pending professional development activities region. If I see an activity that doesn't look right, or if the hours are incorrectly entered, I can go ahead and click the Decline Request Resubmission link located to the left of the activity type. So I'll go ahead and decline the published work activity. Once I click on that Decline Request Resubmission of PD activity, it generates this page indicating the activity type, everything that she entered, and then I have to write a comment in this comment box since I'm declining the activity. It is a required comment. So I can say declining based on incorrect hours in other category. Please adjust and resubmit. And then I'll go ahead once I've done making the comments and click the Decline Request Resubmission button on the bottom right-hand corner. And now I'm back to the review plan submission page. So I'll go ahead and expand that PD plan region again. I will scroll down to the bottom and notice that her summary of PD activity hours have declined because I declined that one activity. So I'll go back and review all of her other pending activities, make sure they're correct. They look good to me. And below that, I can see any approved PD activities that I have already approved for Jenny. And below the approved PD activities region, I can see the declined resubmission requested PD activities region. And that's where I declined that published work activity. You can see that it's moved down there from the pending area. And if I decided that I made a mistake on declining this activity and Jenny says, no, the 27 other hours were correct, all I have to do is go back in here, check this select box, and then go underneath the left corner and click Undo Decline button. That will take me back to the review submission page. I'll click on that region again to expand it. And as you can see, her hours went back to that 102 other, and it put that published work activity back under the pending professional development activities area. Since I have no declined activities at this point, I can leave this optional area empty, or I can provide feedback here. Once I've done reviewing Jenny's plan and I think everything is good to go, I can submit back to Jenny for her review on her end. When I am ready to submit Jenny's feedback back to her, I can go ahead and click the Submit to Faculty button in the bottom right-hand corner of the page. I'll go ahead and click that button now, and it will generate a pop-up window asking me to click OK to send an email back to the faculty member to alert them that they are ready to review my comments and then begin the documentation phase of their plan. So if I'm ready to send my comments to Jenny, she can review my comments, and then if everything's approved, she can go ahead and start documenting her plan, and if she needed to revise anything, she can submit those revisions back to me. So I'll go ahead and click the OK button. Once I clicked the OK button, I was logged out automatically of the Faculty Incentive Plan tool. I can revisit the tool at any time by going back into Atlas, clicking on the Faculty tab, going to the Faculty Development channel, and clicking on the Faculty Incentive Plan link.